Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired the Prime Minister's Conference working with state-owned enterprises pioneering in digital transformation and promoting growth. The Prime Minister pointed out that the world situation is changing rapidly, complicatedly and unpredictably. The more difficult and challenging it is, the more efforts must be made, including enterprises, especially state-owned enterprises. When determining that the state economy plays a leading role, must continue to promote the spirit of autonomy, self-confidence, self-reliance, self-strengthening, national pride, overcoming their own limits to innovate, become stronger, more determined, more confident, and more courageous. The Prime Minister requested that each state-owned corporation and general company at this time need to grow stronger, take the initiative, make more efforts, and participate more strongly in implementing the country's important and strategic goals and tasks. According to the Asian Development Outlook report, the Asian Development Bank ADB forecasts that Vietnam's economy could grow by 6% in 2025, a fairly high rate in the region. ADB experts recommend that to maintain high growth, there are a number of factors that Vietnam needs to focus on promoting. The most important of these is the disbursement of public investment capital. It is necessary to ensure that public investment is directed to projects to renew key areas such as infrastructure and production, thereby creating jobs and increasing income for workers. This will also help increase domestic consumption demand, contributing to economic growth. Dong Nai Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism has just issued a plan to implement the Tourism Development Stimulus Program in 2025 with the message, Dong Nai come to feel. The content of the Tourism Stimulus Program is organized through activities and events, notably the Dong Nai Pottery and Hot Air Balloon Festival in 2025. Organizing cross-country races in localities such as races in Gatling National Park, Dong Nai Nature and Culture Reserve, Yakan Forest, Chu Tieng Mountain, and hosting regional and national sports competitions. Organizing cultural, culinary, tourism, and sports events in the province. Implementing preferential programs on prices and services, enhancing experiences for tourists. The Dong Nai Provincial Federation of Labor's monitoring delegation coordinated with units to monitor compliance with the law and implementation of policies and regimes for teachers and employees at 7 non-public career units in the province in 2025. At Asia Bilingual Primary, Secondary and High School, Bien Hoa City, Dong Nai Province, the unit has about 365 teachers and employees with indefinite term contracts and fixed term contracts. The school has fully implemented the regulations on salary, bonuses, and social insurance regimes for employees according to the law. In addition to the legal policies, the school focuses on rewarding teachers with achievements or outstanding movements. At other units, the monitoring team noted that the units basically fully implemented the regime and policies for teachers regarding salaries and bonuses. Some schools have support and allowances such as housing, childcare, gasoline, lunch, to ensure the lives of teachers and employees. We assess that the units basically implement the provisions of the law, regulations related to the 2019 labor law, the law on grassroots democracy. Most of the units have built regulations for union members and employees. The monitoring team recommends that units continue to develop democratic regulations according to a law on democracy implementation at the grassroots level and amend, supplement, and sign collective labor agreements. The delegation of the Department of Ethnic and Religious Affairs of Binhua City visited and congratulated the establishment, prominent dignitaries, and Catholic compatriots on the occasion of Easter 2025. Representatives of Binhua City leaders wished the dignitaries, priests, monks, and Catholics a happy, peaceful, and joyful Easter 2025. At the same time, they hoped that the Catholic community would continue to join hands to carry out movements and activities in the localities. The priests also affirmed that they would continue to mobilize and guide the Catholics to unite, better carry out patriotic emulation movements, join hands to build and promote the great national unity bloc. 50 years ago, at Yoye Crossroads, the army and people of Thống Nhất district coordinated with the main force to cut off the enemy's supply line from Binhua to Xuân Lộc, liberating Yoye, contributing to the historic spring victory of 1975, completely liberating the South and unifying the country. After liberation, Thống Nhất overcame difficulties and joined hands to build the homeland. With the solidarity, courage, creativity, and determination of the entire political system and all classes of people, especially since the program of building new rural areas and advanced new rural areas was implemented, Thống Nhất District has achieved many outstanding achievements, transforming itself on the path of integration and development. Thanks to the new rural construction movement, the local appearance has changed a lot. Electricity, roads, schools, and stations have been invested in. 50 years after liberation, I see life has completely changed. Today's youth of Thống Nhất District are always aware of their responsibility in the course of building and defending the fatherland. The structure of industrial construction production value accounts for nearly 54%. The trade service sector accounts for nearly 36%. The structure of agricultural, forestry, fishery production value accounts for only over 10%. Average income per capita reaches over 92 million Vietnam dong. Thống Nhất has no poor households. In particular, the district is recognized by the Prime Minister as meeting the standards of an advanced new rural district in 2024, and Yoye meets the standards of a civilized urban area. There is close and focused leadership from the Study Committee and the District Party Executive Committee. The District People's Committee, all levels and sectors have plans to closely and resolutely implement the District Party Committee's resolution. The Party Committee, government and people of Thống Nhất District are determined to compete in labor, implement targets and tasks of social economic development, and maintain national defense and security.